Good morning, and welcome to the 2020 Florida Bar Young Lawyers Division General Assembly. Looking back this past year, the YLD faced some unprecedented challenges. But, as always, we were able to quickly adapt and swiftly provide our members with the resources necessary to efficiently continue their law practices remotely and to assist their community. The YLD retooled its popular technology roadshow into webinars, which showcase best practices for attorneys and their offices when working remotely. The YLD also solicited hundreds of attorney volunteers for Florida Free Legal Answers to assist citizens around the state with COVID-19 related legal issues. In addition to these efforts, the YLD had some notable accomplishments this year, which included holding the first ever summit on young government lawyers, restructuring the way the bar interacts with law schools through the creation of the law school affiliates, and witnessing the Florida Supreme Court act on two causes that began in the YLD: the passing of the parental leave continuance rule and the reduction in the number of topics on the Florida bar exam. Serving as president of the Young Lawyers Division has been the highlight of my professional career, but I could not have done it alone. The YLD has the hardest working and most dedicated board of governors in the country. This board is the reason why the YLD was, is, and will continue to be the workhorse of the Florida bar. Thank you for making the YLD look good this year. Additionally, an extra big debt of gratitude goes to Marshall Cassidy Award winner and YLD administrator Tom Miller, whose wise counsel and nonstop work allows the YLD to flourish year after year. Most importantly, my ability to serve as president would not have been possible without my wife Stephanie. Your endless sacrifices over the last 2 years have been more than words. I cannot wait for the extra time I will once again have to spend with you, Giuseppe, George, and baby D number 3 coming in August. I love you. We face a tough road ahead, but the YLD is in great hands with Adam White and Todd Baker at the helm. Their steadfast support has helped me in ways they cannot even imagine. I look forward to the great things they will accomplish in the coming years. It is now my pleasure to introduce the co-chairs of the YLD Awards Committee, Maria Vigilante and Masimba Mutamba, to present the winners of the YLD's annual awards for 2020.
Hello, I'm Maria Vigilante. The YLD presents the Minu T. Sasser Outstanding Jurist Award in honor of the late Judge Minu T. Sasser. This award recognizes a jurist with an excellent reputation for sound judicial decisions, an unblemished record of integrity as a lawyer and judge, who is generally recognized by bar members as highly qualified, active in bar-related activities open to the judiciary, and demonstrates a concern for and willingness to assist young lawyers and respects their abilities. The YLD is pleased to present this award to the Honorable Brian J. Davis, United States District Court Judge for the United States District Court, Middle District of Florida, Jacksonville Division. Judge Davis received his commission in December 2013 and previously served as Circuit Judge of the 4th Judicial Circuit. Judge Davis was also the Assistant State Attorney and Chief Assistant State Attorney for the 4th Judicial Circuit and was previously in private practice. He is a graduate of Princeton University and the University of Florida, where he obtained his law degree. Judge Davis serves as a mentor to students and young lawyers and also started a mock trial competition for high school students, which is held in federal court. Please join us in congratulating Judge Davis on receiving the Minu T. Sasser Outstanding Jurist Award.
Good morning. I'm United States District Judge Brian Davis, and I appreciate the opportunity to thank the Young Lawyers Division of the Florida Bar for selecting me as the Minu T. Sasser Outstanding Jurist for the year. I was surprised and honored to be recognized. I'm confident, though, that the recognition and accolades are most deserved by the young lawyers with whom I've had the absolute pleasure of working with on a host of bar and community building projects. In each instance, it has been the enthusiasm, energy, creativity, and commitment of young lawyers which supported the work and breathed life into our oath as lawyers to attend to the public and greater good. So thank you, Florida Bar Association, and thank you, Young Lawyers Division, for the award. But more importantly, thank you for the work.
Hello, I'm Masimba Mutamba. The Outstanding Woman Lawyer of Achievement Award recognizes and celebrates the achievement of a woman lawyer or judge who excels in her field, possesses an excellent reputation for integrity, exhibits dedication to her community and her profession through bar-related or similar activities, and who demonstrates a commitment to the success and advancement of young women lawyers. This year, the YLD is pleased to present this award to the Honorable Elizabeth G. Rice, Circuit Judge of the 13th Judicial Circuit. Judge Rice was elected to the Hillsborough County Court in 2005 and has served as a Circuit Judge of the 13th Judicial Circuit since 2009. She earned a Bachelor of Science degree and her law degree from the University of Florida and was previously in private practice. Judge Rice also served in numerous organizations, including the Florida Bar Board of Governors, the Florida Bar Young Lawyers Division Board of Governors, where she served as president from 2001 to 2002, the Supreme Court Commission on Professionalism, and the Hillsborough County Bar Association, among others. And she is the recipient of numerous awards and honors. Please join us in congratulating Judge Rice on receiving the Outstanding Woman Lawyer of Achievement Award.
Good morning, fellow members of the Bar, the Judiciary, and distinguished guests. I'm grateful this morning for an opportunity to appear before you virtually to thank the Florida Bar Young Lawyers Division Board of Governors and its Awards Committee for selecting me as the 2020 recipient of the division's Outstanding Woman Lawyer of Achievement Award. I'm both honored and humbled to be receiving this award, especially in light of the women who've received this award in the past, who are just amazing and who I so admire. I especially want to thank the Hillsborough County Bar Association Young Lawyers Division and the Hillsborough Association for Women Lawyers for jointly nominating me for this award, and my staff attorney, Lynn Sierra, here at the 13th Circuit, for putting together what I believe is a 66-page nomination package. I also want to express my heartfelt thanks to my family, my friends, my colleagues, who've just guided me, supported me, and assisted me my entire career, and who have allowed me, and without whom I would not have been able to serve so vigorously our profession and our community. And I also want to express how meaningful this award is to me because of who it's coming from, and that's the Young Lawyers Division. As its former president in the 2001 year, and after serving 8 years on its Board of Governors, I spent the majority of my time as a young lawyer with this organization. I've continued to follow all of its efforts since leaving the division. And in conclusion, again, want to thank the YLD for this amazing award. And I just wish you all the best and much continued success as you continue to serve your members, the Florida Bar, and the public. Again, thanks so much.
The YLD presents the Michael K. Reese Quality of Life Award in honor of Michael K. Reese, which recognizes a person or entity that, through humanitarian respect, advances balance and fulfillment in lawyers' lives by redefining current work habits and schedules to provide more flexibility and a more meaningful existence. The YLD is pleased to present this year's Michael K. Reese Quality of Life Award to the law firm of Orr Cook. The firm focuses on presenting numerous events and activities that promote a harmonious work-life balance for its attorneys and staff, including an annual family Christmas dinner, spa day, maternity and paternity leave, stand-up desks, a firm retreat, remote work capabilities, no billable hour requirements, and numerous events in May for Health and Wellness Month. Please join us in congratulating Orr Cook, this year's recipient of the Michael K. Reese Quality of Life Award.
On behalf of Kevin Cook and all the attorneys and staff at Orr Cook, thank you to the Florida Bar Young Lawyers Division for awarding us the 2020 Michael K. Reese Quality of Life Award. We congratulate all of the nominees for their effort to redefine current work habits and schedules of lawyers. Like many firms in Florida, we hold ourselves to very high standards when it comes to our work product and our clients' satisfaction. And we all know to achieve those high standards, the life of an attorney requires hard work. Many times that work equates to long hours, tight deadlines, and extreme stress from all angles. We recognize that how we treat people who put in that time and effort for the betterment of our clients is paramount. We have extremely low turnover at our firm, and we believe that is directly due to the policies we implement to minimize stress and maximize good health. We hope all firms will employ similar measures. There's no doubt that a lawyer's quality of life and ability to maintain equilibrium is critical to a client's success. We all know how productive and sharp we are when we're rested, when we're feeling good, and we're focused. To achieve that state, we have to have balance between work and home. We have friends, families, and many of us children who need us to help them grow. In our lifetimes, nothing is more important than our health and the well-being of our family and of our friends. Be good to one another. Be good to your assistant, your paralegal. Be good to opposing parties. Be good to the opposing lawyers. Be good to courts and clerks. And to do all of that effectively, take care of yourself. We are all in this together. If you can smile and treat someone with kindness every day and make their life better because of it, you will find happiness. To the YLD Board of Governors, you are all heroes. We thank you for all that you do. And please know that your president, president-elect, your awards chairs, your outstanding program administrator, and all of the tremendous leaders of the YLD are in our thoughts and in our hearts. We will never forget this great honor. Work hard, live well, and be good.
The Lynn Futch Most Productive Young Lawyer Award is named in honor of the late Lynn Futch and is presented to a young lawyer who is not a member of the Florida Bar YLD Board of Governors, who has worked most diligently in the past year in bar activities and or related public activities, and who has an excellent reputation for legal abilities and integrity. The YLD is pleased to present Alessandro Apolito with this award. For the past year, Mr. Apolito has served as the president of the Jacksonville Bar Association Young Lawyers Section, where he has continued the traditions of the YLS and added new and innovative events. Mr. Apolito is a partner with the law firm of Lips, Mathias, Wexler, Friedman, LLP, and practices in the area of estate planning, probate, trust, and guardianship litigation. He was recently recognized for the third time as a Florida Super Lawyers Rising Star, in addition to other honors. Mr. Apolito is a graduate of Drew University and Florida Coastal School of Law. Please join us in congratulating Mr. Apolito on receiving the Lynn Futch Most Productive Lawyer Award.
Good morning. I'm Alessandro Apolito with the law firm of Lippis, Mathias, Wexler, Friedman, and I'm here to proudly accept the Lynn Futch Most Productive Young Lawyer Award. First and foremost, I want to thank my mom and my dad, who passed away last year. I owe everything to them for their love and support. I practice law every day, trying to make them proud of me. Secondly, I'd like to thank my wife, Lauren. Because of her, I was able to realize my dream of graduating law school and becoming a lawyer. She has truly been my rock, and I owe her a great deal of gratitude for all of her sacrifices over the course of these years of practice. I'm truly humbled to accept this award because I know there are a lot of great young lawyers in the state of Florida. So I'm thankful to the YLD for finding me deserving of this great award. I'd also like to thank the Young Lawyers section of the Jacksonville Bar Association of which I've been a president over the last year. I want to thank them for my nomination and also to help me grow personally and professionally over the past 6 years of my involvement. I truly see this award as an award for them, for their success, and I've just been fortunate to be a part of their success over these past 6 years. I hope everyone enjoys the conference, and congratulations to all the other award recipients. Thank you again.
The YLD presents the Diversity Award to the person and/or entity demonstrating the highest morality and respect for all persons and diversity, and for efforts to create and promote a more diverse workplace. This year, the YLD is pleased to present this award to the State Attorney's Office, 4th Judicial Circuit. Under the leadership of State Attorney Melissa Nelson, the 4th Judicial Circuit State Attorney's Office has increased diversity in the hiring of lawyers, hosted inter-office events celebrating diversity, and participated in community events that encourage lawyers and staff to interact with the community. The State Attorney's Office also formed a Diversity, Inclusion, and Outreach Committee, hosted a program called Global Jacks with visiting international delegations, and increased its visibility in the community by visiting local schools and attending community meetings. Please join us in celebrating the State Attorney's Office, 4th Judicial Circuit, on receiving the Diversity Award.
Hello, everyone. I would much rather be with you in person. Instead, we are here in Jacksonville doing what everyone in the world has become accustomed to, practicing social distancing, tuning in remotely, and looking forward to the days when we return to normal. Let me begin with thank you. Being recognized as a state leader in diversity is an honor for the State Attorney's Office and meaningful to me personally. When I became the state attorney over 3 years ago, enhancing diversity in our office was a priority. Diversity in race, gender, in life experience, and even in thought. To this end, we undertook concerted efforts designed to hire diverse classes of lawyers. We began to recruit beyond our state law schools, attending the Southeast Minority Job Fair and hiring from HBCUs. A snapshot of our last 3 years of hires will tell you that these efforts have paid dividends. Almost 30% of our new hires are minority lawyers and 69% are women. In just 3 years, we also went from only having 2 women who held leadership positions at the executive level to 11. By nature, lawyers are problem solvers, and limiting who had a seat at the table restricted the problems we could solve. Engaging more voices, different experiences, and varying viewpoints has helped us address and solve both problems in our office and, more importantly, in our community. Diversity is a catalyst for innovation, and it has enriched the fabric of our office. Let me close with my personal thanks to my colleagues Letitia Campbell, Ashley Brooks, and Cassie Smith, as well as to the Jacksonville Bar Young Lawyers section for nominating the State Attorney's Office for this prestigious award. It means a lot that you all thought highly enough of our efforts to nominate our office. Thank you again, and congratulations to all of the other honorees.
I'd now like to ask Chief Justice Charles Kennedy to administer the oath to the incoming members of the Young Lawyers Division Board of Governors.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm to uphold, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, the Florida Constitution, the rules regulating the Florida Bar, and the bylaws of the Young Lawyers Division. And I further agree to carry out to the best of my ability all responsibilities pertaining to my office. So help me God. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Chief Justice Kennedy. It is now my pleasure to ask Alan Bookman, who served as president of the Florida Bar in 2005 to 2006, to introduce our incoming president, Adam White. Alan is a senior attorney in the Pensacola firm of Emanuel, Shepard & Condon and has the distinct honor of working with Adam. After his remarks, Chief Justice Kennedy will swear in the 2020 to 2021 YLD officers.
Chief Justice Kennedy, other honorable members of the Florida Supreme Court, President Stewart, soon to be President Foster Morales, soon to be President-elect Tanner, ladies and gentlemen. A number of years ago, our firm was in some very contentious litigation. There were a number of parties involved, a number of lawyers involved, and nobody really got along. Nobody could agree on anything, whether it was discovery, dates for depositions, dates for hearings. It really was contentious. However, there was one young lawyer who was relatively unknown at the time, who spoke with such confidence that people sat up and listened to him. Even the court listened to him more so than more seasoned attorneys. He spoke with self-confidence, but not ego. He spoke with conviction. He was very persuasive. I would go back to the firm and talk to my partners and say, this is the kind of lawyer that our firm really wants. I think this is the kind of lawyer that every firm really wants, someone with integrity, character, persuasiveness, good heart. Well, our firm has a policy that we don't try to raid other law firms and offer employment to other lawyers in these other law firms. But in this case, this young lawyer was so outstanding that we decided to do that. So we made an effort, we made an offer, we contacted that young lawyer, we made a proposal. Unfortunately, that young lawyer turned us down, and instead we hired Adam White. Adam is a fine young man. He's a devoted husband to his wife, Katrina, a great father to his two children, Elliot and Peyton. He loves his dog, Jack. He really is a young lawyer who is a hard worker and has done remarkably well. He was number one in his law school graduating class. Our law firm has a policy, has a culture of trying to give back to the community, both the bar as well as our community. And quite frankly, Adam has fully embraced that philosophy. He's been involved with the Pensacola Ronald McDonald House. He's been president of the Young Lawyers Division of the Escambia Santa Rosa Bar Association. He's been on the board of governors of the Young Lawyers Division of the Florida Bar, was awarded the most productive board member, served 1 year as president-elect, and soon will be president of the Young Lawyers Division of the Florida Bar. To tell you the truth, Adam really was the young lawyer that we solicited, and we're glad that he accepted our offer. It gives me great pleasure and great honor to introduce to you the next president of the Young Lawyers Division of the Florida Bar, Adam White.
Before we get sworn in, I'd like to take just a moment to introduce Todd Baker, the incoming president-elect of the YLD. Todd is a Gator Law School grad, and I really do try my very best not to hold that against him. He currently works for Steiner, Green, and Feiner in Fort Lauderdale, where he practices personal injury law. Todd is one of the hardest workers that I know. For instance, this past year, he was on a record 8 YLD committees. As I'm sure anyone at his firm knows, and certainly anyone on the YLD will tell you, Todd doesn't just work hard, but more importantly, he gets the work done right. The only thing stronger than Todd's work ethic is his personality. From the moment Todd stepped foot on the YLD board, his excitement for the YLD has been infectious. He has the unique ability to constantly challenge others to rise to the occasion. He truly cares about the YLD's mission, and he strives every day to make a difference in our profession. I think the only thing Todd cares about more than the YLD is his wife, Carly, and the new baby that they're expecting in October. Todd has become a great friend to me and to my family, and I look forward to leading the YLD along with Todd this year. Thank you.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Todd Baker,
I, Todd Baker,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
to uphold, protect, and defend
to uphold, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Florida Constitution,
the Florida Constitution,
the rules regulating the Florida Bar,
the rules regulating the Florida Bar,
and the bylaws of the Young Lawyers Division.
and the bylaws of the Young Lawyers Division.
And I further agree
And I further agree
to carry out to the best of my ability
to carry out to the best of my ability
all responsibilities pertaining to my office.
all responsibilities pertaining to my office.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Adam White,
I, Adam White,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
to uphold, protect, and defend
to uphold, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Florida Constitution,
the Florida Constitution,
the rules regulating the Florida Bar,
the rules regulating the Florida Bar,
and the bylaws of the Young Lawyers Division.
the bylaws of the Young Lawyers Division,
And I further agree
and I further agree
to carry out to the best of my ability
to carry out to the best of my ability
all responsibilities pertaining to my office.
all responsibilities pertaining to my office.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Chief Justice Kennedy, past President Stewart, President Foster Morales, President-elect Tanner, family, and friends. It is extremely humbling to stand here before you today and take on what is truly the highest honor I have had thus far in my career, to serve as the President of the Young Lawyers Division of the Florida Bar. I remember when I graduated from law school, my top priority was grinding out billable hours, always looking to the next billable task, and I never thought about bar service. But then, I joined my current firm, Emanuel, Shepard, and Condon. One day, my new boss, former Florida Bar President Alan Bookman, called me into his office and told me I should run for the YLD Board of Governors. Truthfully, I'd never heard of the YLD, and I later realized that he was referring to the Young Lawyers Division. Still not fully appreciating what being a member of the YLD board meant, but wanting to impress my new boss, I ran for an open seat. After I was elected, I found myself surrounded by the best and the brightest attorneys from all around the state. I listened that first year in awe of the issues this board discussed, issues that actually matter to young lawyers, issues that make our profession better. It was amazing and it was inspiring. In that first year, I knew that I wanted to give my board my best effort so that one day I might have the privilege to lead it. I am honored that that time is now. During my time on the board, we've supported and advocated for incredibly important issues, such as Florida's military spouse rule under YLD President Catherine Hurst Miller, the creation of the Legal Accelerator under President Zach Zarowest, and advocating for the parental leave rule under immediate past President Christian George. This board tackles issues directly affecting young lawyers, and it works tirelessly to improve the legal profession. This past year was no different. Our board excelled this year under the direction of President Santo DiGangi. Examples of our accomplishments include continuing our stigma-free YLD campaign, breaking down the stigma associated with mental health in our profession. The YLD, through its representation by Governor Laura Bach, advocated before the Florida Supreme Court in favor of the parental leave rule, an important and necessary rule change made last year. In addition, for the first time ever, our board held a summit on young government lawyers. This effort, overseen by Governors Celia Thacker Dorn and Randy Richardson, was aimed at bringing government and public sector lawyers into the Florida Bar fold, and it was a great success. Thank you for this important initiative, Santo, and I look forward to continuing the invaluable work that you've started. None of this would be possible without the Florida Bar giving the YLD our extremely important seat at the table. John, Dory, and Mike, the YLD cannot thank you enough for the opportunities that you have given us, and we look forward to continuing to support the Florida Bar in any way we are asked. Dory, the YLD greatly appreciates its close relationship with you, and it will be a privilege to work with you this year. Speaking of this year, we're going to keep the YLD's momentum going and continue our efforts to elevate our profession to the benefit of lawyers, our clients, and this state. The YLD will retain its reputation as the workhorse of the Florida Bar. While I cannot go over all the hard work the YLD will accomplish next year, there are 3 initiatives that I would like to highlight. First, since I've been on this board, our board has always made a conscious effort to ensure that our activities, our programming, and our initiatives include diverse speakers and participants, focus on a wide array of practice areas, challenge the status quo, and promote inclusion. Our profession, as a whole, has recognized the importance of diversity and inclusion, but survey after survey confirms that recognition is not enough. We have to take steps to transform recognition into measurable action. At least one member of this board tells me the same story over and over, a story that has stuck with me. Different year, different board member, same common experience. The scenario is this: my very bright, intelligent, and ambitious colleague in a suit walks into a courthouse or deposition room, and just because of her gender or her race, the other attorneys in the room assume she's a court reporter, a party, or a witness, meaning she isn't recognized as the bright, intelligent, and ambitious attorney that she is. Instead, she isn't seen at all. Instead, assumptions are made about her place and value in the matter just by her appearance. I question the impact this assumption has on our client's perspective, how the matter will be handled with opposing counsel, and the impact this assumption may have in the judicial system generally. This is an example I have heard many times, and there are others far worse, but this example illustrates the point that we have work to do. Our bar cannot be the best that it can be until all of its members, regardless of their background, ethnicity, gender, race, or orientation, are seen as the intricate fabric of our profession. Our profession cannot attract the best and the brightest people until we foster an environment where all people are welcome to be part of it. With that in mind, the YLD's Diversity and Inclusion Committee, led by Chair Iris Elijah and Vice Chair Anisha Patel, will implement a new initiative where the YLD will highlight its diverse members in an effort to foster inclusion. These highlighted members will provide examples to our membership that attorneys come from a variety of backgrounds, ethnicities, orientations, physical appearances, and physical abilities. These members will explain why they chose to become an attorney, what struggles they faced to achieve their goal, how they have overcome those struggles, and the barriers they have encountered as an attorney. Highlighting these members will not only bring awareness to members of the Florida Bar, but to the public at large. If our clients see Florida Bar membership that reflects the demographics of our great state, our clients will be assured we understand them and the issues they entrust us to resolve. Along those same lines, we want to re-energize diversity and inclusion programming held by local bar affiliates and empower those affiliates to host diversity and inclusion programming that continues the discussion in their local legal communities. Finally, the YLD will work alongside the Florida Bar Diversity and Inclusion Committee on their efforts to educate Florida's children and the public about the importance of diversity and inclusion. Second, the YLD's Online Resources Committee, chaired by Stephanie Cagnett-Myron, is going to take a hard look at the online resources the YLD offers to its membership, including the Legal Accelerator, StartMyFloridaLawFirm.com, and our many webinars and educational programs to ensure they are relevant to the current times we are in today, where the ability to work remotely has become the new normal. This committee will also work with the Florida Bar on developing a social media and website quick reference guide for practitioners to help them better understand the rules governing lawyer communications online. Third, now more than ever, it is important to remember that professionalism is a pillar of our profession. Attorneys must practice law ethically and responsibly for our system of justice to function properly. The YLD Practicing with Professionalism Committee, chaired by Ashlea Edwards and Vice Chair Laura Bach, are going to partner with the Henry Latimer Center for Professionalism to develop and maintain long-term professionalism and ethics programming for Florida law schools and Florida young lawyers. This programming is made possible through an award from the United States District Court for the Middle District of Florida, and it will be aimed at impressing upon lawyers and soon-to-be lawyers the requirements of professionalism in the practice of law. Before I end this speech and get to work, I would like to take a moment to give some important thanks. First, to my parents, Ron and Clarissa. Dad, thank you for introducing me to the practice of law and giving me one of my first jobs, shredding paper at your law firm. So much paper. Mom, thank you for teaching me the value of hard work by first working as a social worker and second as a vocational rehabilitation counselor. 2 jobs where your compensation paled in comparison to the amount of good that you were doing. You have both always supported me in everything that I have done. I know that I certainly wasn't always the easiest of children, and I'm very lucky I had the most patient of parents. To my kids, Elliot and Peyton, you are my world. Peyton, to my bright, beautiful 2-year-old, I wish my smile had the power over anyone that your smile has over me. And to Elliot, my extremely smart and energetic 5-year-old, I just have no idea where your stubbornness comes from, but you are doing your best to make me appreciate just how patient my parents were of me. To my wife, Katrina, my beautiful, intelligent, hardworking, never-stopping, full-time pharmacist and mother to 2 crazy but wonderful kids, thank you. Without you, none of this would be possible. And I don't know how I tricked you into marrying me, but you are the best thing that has ever happened to me. Next, thank you to my firm, Emmanuel, Shepherd & Condon. Without you, I wouldn't be involved in bar service. Your dedication to the betterment of the profession is exemplary. To Tom Miller, the program administrator of the YLD, please do not ever leave us. You are the heart and soul of this board, and we would be lost without you. Finally, to the YLD board, you are the best and the brightest attorneys I have ever had the pleasure to know. You make me want to be a better person and a better lawyer, and it is the greatest privilege of my career to work with you on this board. In closing, I'd like to issue 2 challenges to young lawyers. The first is personal. If you find yourself overstressed, burnout, anxious, or just wanting to speak to somebody about issues you are working through, seek help. 2 years ago, I watched as Christian George stood on stage during General Assembly and said that he'd been going to therapy. That's what it took for me to get help. Getting help has made me a better father, a better husband, and a better lawyer. Please seek out help if you think you need it. Remember, it takes strength to ask for help and stamina to work hard to improve yourself, and you too will be better for it. The second challenge is professional. Make no mistake. The times we are in are tough. They have made many aspects of the legal profession difficult, but there's good news, because we are young lawyers. We are used to being given problems that no one wants to deal with, or that are too difficult to figure out, and we always find a way to persevere and get the job done. I challenge you to confront the current problems head on, to rise above trepidation and to adapt to our ever-evolving legal environment. This board is well positioned, as are all young lawyers, to tackle the issues of the day and to continue our work to better this profession. I look forward to doing that this year. Thank you.